Yo, 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 what's up, guys? It's Classic 1333 with the Raw review here. Yeah, my cat won't leave me alone, so I'm gonna have to do the show either with him or without him, so. Yeah, gonna just jump right into the show here and probably have to fight him off throughout it. So we start the show off with Vicky Guerrero and Edge coming to the ring. Basically, Vicky's like, "Welcome the new World Heavyweight Champion, Edge!" And then Edge comes down and says he's pretty remarkable and that the R in the rated R superstar stands for remarkable because he did something very remarkable, like he lost the WWE title but he changed it into the World Heavyweight Championship. So that's pretty awesome, good for him. Oh, and he said the like the people that thought he was just gonna turn away and walk away or whatever in the sunset, well, the fans were wrong, 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 wrong. And the funniest thing was when he like he went up to like a little kid and he's like, guess what, kid? In a few years you're gonna be wrong too. That was pretty funny. Yep. I know when I take my peds class I won't be able to say that to a little kid, but that would be funny. Pediatrics, that kind of deal. Let's see what else happened. So Vicky Guerrero said that when Stephanie had to take Shane to the hospital last night at the pay-per-view, she got put in charge. So since Kofi was unable to compete, she decided that she would put Edge in his place. Who better than a former world champion? So when Edge wins, the decision's finalized. He's the champion. So then this makes Cena come out, and Cena comes out and congratulates Edge for winning fair and square, blah blah blah. He's not gonna. Basically, he's like, I'm not gonna bitch about it. I'm not gonna file a lawsuit and shut down WrestleMania. I'm not gonna cast a magical spell to reverse time to go back in time and undo what's been there. He didn't say that, but I said that. And then Cena's like, oh, and the R stands for remarkable, or not remarkable. The R stands for rematch. And then Cena wants a rematch, and then Ed said, yeah, well, you can catch me on SmackDown. And then he's like, cause guess what, Cena? He's like, the champ is here. I started doing that, and then that pisses off Cena, and Cena spins him around and says a great quote. He's like, if you hide, I'll find you. If you run, I'll catch you. If you swim in the ocean, I'll have a submarine waiting for you. Yeah. And the end of the line, he says, like, we're gonna fight, and I'm going to hurt you. End the promo. So that was the end of the promo. That was pretty good. So let's see what's next. Backstage, Shane McMahon says that he's sick of Orton, and tonight he challenges Orton to an unsanctioned matchup. No referee, no rules, no price list. Just basically whoever can't stand up is gonna lose the match. Yeah, that's the way that goes. So then we got our first match up here. We got Crime Time and CM Punk versus Regal and Priceless. Michael Cole's calling Crime Time and Punk CTP. Good for Michael Cole with his abbreviations. Probably good he doesn't call Crime Time CT, because CT can stand for a lot of things. Computed tomography, connective tissue, Connecticut. CT stands for a lot, so it's a good thing he's not calling him by that. But going to the matchup, Regal and Priceless win the matchup. DiBiase's new move is called Dream Street. It's kind of like the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, his father. It's kind of like his $1 Million Dream, except DiBiase kind of lifts him up into a full Nelson Slam. Yeah, my friend's back here. I can't get rid of him, so yeah. If he knocks the camera over, I'd like to apologize. Now his butt's in my way. Okay, so what's next on the show here? After the match was over, there was another backstage segment. Basically, Stephanie's trying to convince Shane not to fight in the street fight. See, my cat likes Florida orange juice too. So he's basically trying to convince Shane McMahon not to fight in the street fight because Shane was allegedly in the hospital last night. Allegedly in the hospital and has a concussion, blah blah blah. Which, obviously, if that was legit, he wouldn't be able to wrestle at all. But it's wrestling, so it's not legit. And so Shane's like, whatever, blah blah blah. I'm gonna wrestle. So he's like gonna wrestle on later tonight. And then one thing to note before we go to the next thing that happens. Hang on. Cat's trying to drink my orange juice. So they show like clips of No Way Out, like highlights of it, and Michael Cole says on the show, "You've got to be kidding me!" So is he trying to like imitate Don West? Yeah, he should never say that again. Because like Michael Cole's actually like a decent commentator. Don West isn't a good commentator, so Michael Cole, don't act like Don West. So next thing on the show, we have a Y2J promo. Basically, he's just saying, don't vote for Mickey Rourke to win a Grammy or something. Just more trash talk about the legends. Roddy Piper comes out. Basically, he's like, what does he say? He used to respect Jericho. Just wants to know what happened to the guy that used to be an entertainer. And then he steals like one of Jericho's old phrases. Shut the hell up! And then basically, like, Piper says that like even though that the wrestlers hurt every day, the reason they wrestle is because like they want to do it just for that thrill, entertain the fans. And then this pisses off Jericho. Or actually, Piper said one more thing after that. He said like if I had to, like I'd crawl down on my hands and knees just for the to entertain these people, blah blah blah. And then that pisses off Jericho. Jericho kicks Piper in the leg and attacks him. Blah blah blah. And that's pretty much it. Jericho just attacks him. Demands respect. Blah blah blah. So then we get another backstage segment of Orton accepts Shane McMahon's challenge. So therefore we have our unsanctioned street fight next. So I got a couple minutes left. I usually get about 9 minutes out of these videos, part one. So I'm gonna watch the time. Sorry for the camera shift there. Trying to get my cat out of there. He likes to tug at the camera cord. So our next great matchup we have is Jamie Noble versus Kane. This match lasted about 16 seconds. Kane with a choke slam. 1, 2, 3. So enough said about that one. And then the next thing we have is JBL has paid for his airtime. Now that don't make any sense because isn't JBL supposed to be a WWE superstar? Superstars can request time. I can recall Jericho requesting interview time like a lot. So I don't understand why JBL has to pay for his interview time. Is WWE taxing him or something? So, but oh well. But anyway, so JBL has his promo next, and basically he just talks about how Shawn Michaels is free and how his lawyers gave him a large sum of money and he can go ride it, throw it in the ocean when he wastes it or something. I don't know. Basically, then he says he had an epiphany, and his epiphany was to do what no man has ever done, defeat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. And when I heard that, I was like, oh God, I hope they don't have him versus Undertaker. And then Shawn Michaels comes out and to reassure me, and I was like, all right. So Shawn Michaels comes out, just says he's free, and basically he said that he has the same idea too. He wants to fight The Undertaker at WrestleMania. He also had an epiphany, and he says he can't spell it. I'll try to spell it for him. I think it's EPIPH. Oh wow, I'm tired. EPINEPHANY. Okay, I had to write it down and spell it. I'm sorry. I've been up since 7 this morning and it's like 2 a.m. so I'm ready for bed, but I wanted to do the show real quick. Sorry. So, yeah, so basically next week on Raw, he challenges JBL. The winner gets to fight The Undertaker at WrestleMania, so we'll get to look forward to that match next week. HBK will win. JBL wins, I'm going to be pissed. But yeah, I'm going to go to part 2 because I'm just about out of time on part 1.